Right. Do we want to have a quick look at a couple of open rosters and
Yeah,
individual
let's
draws?
do let's do a few. I think it would be only right and fair and proper to do Corporal Rabbit's squad because his kid was dragged off the bed as we were chatting away. So that's
Oh,
Nash and Burn. So maybe we could do one of them. And if there's a few hands
yep.
in chat that want to say roast my team, not that we will, but we can probably take a look at them in that
I
case.
think we should definitely look at Pete's roster because he's a Team England Pathway coach, and indeed any other Team England Pathway coaches rosters which are here as well.
We'll be here all night. There's loads of them.
We will indeed. We will indeed.
Okay,
we
can do
these days, gentlemen.
We'll do 5 teams because I have to get up at 6 o'clock to go to Campbelltown for 4 hours driving. So
I'm in which case I've got to call TNT as one of them, I'm afraid. So TNT, please.
Well, we'll start with Nash and Burn, as Jock said, and we can just fly through these. So they've gone with some Chosen, some Dark Elves, Necro, and some Humans. And I don't know any of these players, so I'll leave you to do the talking.
I don't know them either, so I just it's just that it's in the chat. They sort of had a go, and we've got some armbar here. One that I know that our Bashto in Team England loves. So yeah, they're going to win, right? Because they've got armbar.
Jock, you've led us down the garden path here, wasting valuable time. But no, this is quite a nice chosen roster, isn't it? Like using the secondary to get the block overs makes them a bit more reliable. The 2 block warriors and the 2 guard warriors and the ball carrier goat is pretty cool.
I think they get a ton. I'm surprised. Maybe we've not seen it from one of the races in the bowl. To be honest, I think they get a ton. They're good.
Yeah, definitely. And we see our first kick of the tournament as well.
Hey!
On Wrestle Strip Witch. Pretty cool.
Yeah, that is cool.
Scary. Yeah, really scary. Yeah. Different elf roster, definitely. Necro roster here. Brawler on a flesh golem. Okay, so we're going kind of combat skills heavy here.
Mighty Blow fleshy as well. He's going to eat you for breakfast.
Yeah, look, I mean, we can throw a ton of blocks with this, right? So we can engage definitely on defense and try and hit as many times as we possibly can. We got the block wrestle on the ghouls as well. Sure, absolutely,
Yeah.
I see it.
I mean, it's one of those rosters you definitely you don't want to play against it, do you? It's like one of those, you see the draw and you're like, oh, great.
Pete's obviously our Team England Pathway coach here, so I'm very surprised he's not playing Bretonians because he's been playing them a ton in a lot of our online things. So has taken a step aside and taken slightly better Bretonians, which are called Humans.
Another kick as well. This team is gnashing and ready to burn, aren't they? With all
have
this
we got kick on everything in the roster? Because that's quite funny if that's the case.
No,
not quite.
Just Dark Elves and Humans.
50% kick.
Yeah.
Okay. Got 3 guard here, right? So this is actually quite at least one more guard than everything else we've seen human roster-wise so far.
Although interestingly, stat-wise, and in the open, by far the most popular race, I think with 37 or 38, is High Elves, and they're swiftly followed in second place by Dark Elves. So I wonder if Mighty Blow tackle might be missed at some point with that roster.
Yeah,
I wouldn't like to take Humans without a tackle mighty. Just saying.
Another interesting stat: 25% of all open races have 2 elves. 1 in 4, and they tend to be at the stronger end of the tournament in terms of elo.
Yep.
There you
go. Now, interestingly, the defending champions in tactics and theatrics do not have 2 elves here. We're rocking 1, and it's Andy's. So, Ollie, halftime OJ, joined us in Tillian. I think is. Oh no, he was in Budapest, obviously, as well. So, loving his Necro. Anyone who's seen these, we're called tactics and theatrics for a reason. They're beautifully painted, so much so that he won Best Painted out at Tillian. So I'm sure he'll be putting them up there. This is the Necro roster with tackle. We've already looked block wrestle split. I think Ollie liked them out there. He's been playing them a ton. Expect him to do well. And cover your eyes, gentlemen, because this is the Black Hawk roster that played alongside me and Tillian. Tim Fiddlesticks.
He did really well, didn't he?
4-2-0, and we played the top boards all weekend. Dirty player, quick foul, and 2 bribes is horrendous to play into. So there's only one. Oh no, there's 2 rerolls. Sorry, as well. So this is what you get if you don't take Ripper.
Quick foul, is that the one where you can put the boot in and carry on running?
Absolutely, like the old sneaky get, buddy. So I've used it on Goblin Chainsaws so far when I've taken them in the new rules.
Oh, that's
very
nice.
Yeah, it's good, but definitely works on a foul piece as well. Obviously, this just means it's always protected for as long as you've got bribes. And the front line does what the front line does, right? You've got loads of block there, some guards, Mighty Blow. It handles pretty much everything. And Tim spent most of the weekend playing elves out at Tillian and was still manhandling them. So yeah, scary roster. This is the main change for me. Dante played high elves out in Tillian. Anyone who doesn't know Dante, they really should. Break Munker, obviously ex-Team England coach. If you look at any metric in the world, all the Danish ones, all the ELOs, you will find Dante in the top 10 of everything, even though he's up in Hartlepool in the northeast. He played, as I think I've already mentioned, Spartaco in the last round on Nurgle. Whether that's prompted the change or whether maybe Andy wanted high elves and Dante just fancies something else, I don't know. But this is going to be a nightmare to play through, just purely because having played it alongside Dante a number of times, this kid can be square perfect and puts a lot of time into his craft. So should be good. Definitely. And then we've got Andy. Player. He's a hell of a player. He is. Lovely fella too, which always helps. Andy's gone for the Frenzy Dodge stack. So Andy, Baron Greenback, at a moment's notice before Athens Euros, stood in for Team England Committee's Spleggy with his roster, came out, went 6-0-0, and won best individual out in Athens. So this guy can really, really play. Obviously, I would say that because he's TNT, but the stats show it as well. He's gone for Frenzy Dodge as the stack, so obviously going to cause some mayhem there. But look, I mean, it's high elves, right? They should be on every team, I think, in a 4.
I think so.
They are accordingly. Team England.
Well, we'll give Jock something to talk about.
Of course.
Let's go the Flameforged Trailblazers. They are probably the highest ranked Scots team outside of Team Scotland.
These are on my list. Yeah, these are on my list.
Yeah, so you got Chris Rafferty, Scottish chairman or Scottish Blood Bowl chairman, and TO of Mulligan's, the Scottish national. He's really come on with his Blood Bowl in the last couple of years. He's been a bit like Mourneville. He's been getting on a plane and going and playing against good coaches. I know chatting to him when the other guys were picking their races, he was like, right, I'll take Nurgle. I'll anchor the race picks across the 4. And, obviously you can see from his roster, it's what you'd expect to see from a Nurgle in that sense. But yeah, he's a solid coach. He'll definitely be able to anchor the draw, whilst more of the flash cowboys in Gibby and Idon Goofed on the 2 elves will be expected to pull the wins in. And then we got Spooner on Lizards. Nice and steady race.
Take note of the names.
Yeah, they've been joking with Spooner that he's going to get a nosebleed from the altitude that he's going to be at on the tables he's playing, because he's going to be dragged upwards rather than where he's usually comfortable sitting in a tournament. So it'll be interesting to see how he handles that. But he's got a fairly solid Lizard roster. Let's see what he does.
Yeah, and he's a former league mate of mine. One of the first few people I ever played tabletop against is Spooner up in Aberdeen and the Granite City Seagulls. So absolutely thrilled to see him on a good team, because he normally goes along to these tournaments with a group of friends and they have the absolute best time ever. So if you do see Spooner around the place. He's usually wearing a skull ring, and you should ask him about the skull ring. And if you do bad enough, you might get to wear his skull ring. And we move on to Lord Gibby and his wood elves, which is pretty nice wood elf.
Gibby's come a long way with his Blood Bowl. Like he settled on the idea of like play for Woodies to learn them with a goal of making the Scotland squad. And he made the Scotland squad this year for selection, but unfortunately he's had to drop out. So he will be a loss. But he's a good coach. He's coming along nicely in his play, and he likes his wrestle linemen, so he's built quite well.
Yeah, another one of those Scottish coaches who travels quite a bit, as is I Done Goofed, Chris. Another Scottish Chris, by the way.
Me and Chris played actually in the online kind of tour last year. So yes, he was playing Orcs against my Frogs. So delighted to see him still in the Scotland bit. And hey, I've looked at this team. I think these four can properly play, right? I think
yeah, for sure. Although I would say to anybody out there that you really want to play Chris either round 1 or round 4, because he's known to have a pint or two on an evening and turn up as a slow starter.
I thought you were going to say that's when it's easy to beat him. Because that's when I played him round 1 of Home Nations last year. He was definitely a bit shaky after the night before. We might. So we'll do the 2 of these, right? These are the under 20s, are they, or is there another? Is that a different?
No, they're just the England juniors are the under 21s. Yeah,
perfect. We'll
this is really cool.
And then
this is the first time that we're seeing a sort of like formal junior team, isn't it? So.
Yeah, let's do the juniors first, shall we, please?
Yeah, we'll do the 2 of these, and then we'll get the draws done, and we'll call it a day.
So Josh, Mini Morg, has beaten me, and he's beaten me with Necro. I think my first Wood Elf tournament ever at some point last year. He smashed me to pieces and delighted doing so. Josh is a great young man. Got a really good attitude for Blood Bowl as well, which look, I think a lot of adults who he's in the room with could do with learning from at times as well. Not saying that we've got a problem in the community. It's just Josh is that good with enjoying the things that go right while ignoring the things that go wrong. So I presume he's de facto captain, Jock, of
that is the one. Yeah, he's the skipper for the team.
Yep. And obviously a solid roster as you'd expect. He's played a ton of Necro. So expect him to cause some fits, certainly.
Absolutely. And then we see more High Elves.
There are more High Elves here. So George is... Yeah, no, I mean, the strip ball dodge makes sense to me.
Gav. Definitely.
Under 18 Gav here, showing you how it's done.
This is it, right? I mean, I think if you're going to go with the stack, it's one of two things. It is this ball sacking sack, so it could be wrestle. Well, it's got wrestle obviously already. You would stick dodge on it and go, or we wang the strip ball on it. This is aggressive, and I like that. So obviously it's a strong roster. It expects it again to be causing people fits. Don't take these guys lightly.
I feel like I should do a line of T-shirts that sort of say "I got beat by a child" for this weekend, because I think a lot of defeats are going to be handed out by these guys. And then
absolutely.
Then you've got Matt Dubb, who I know very well. He is of the Blood and Tears clan on PlayStation back in the day. So he's been coming to Thrud for a good number of years. He's getting a lot taller from the days I first knew him in, because he's now officially allowed to drink beer, which he doesn't do too well.
Goodness.
So yeah, no, Matt's a good player. He loves his Norse, so I would expect him to go well with this roster.
Double stack here, right? Which is really nice, really nice. Got the Blodge Valkyrie as well as Andy's Tackle Mighty Blow as well. We got a load of block across the roster. We got 3 guard here.
Yeah, this feels like a nice halfway house between Loki and handy, really.
Yeah, I think I like this one with respect more than Loki's, to be honest. I think this has got more balance to it. I like the guard, I think, on the Berserker instead of
I
the
suppose
Yeti.
what you're giving up here is the second Valk, and I've always said to him, I don't think you should be giving up the second Valk, but what he's got there, he's packed it well, hasn't he?
Yeah, Blodge is pretty good. Who knew?
James Priest, I believe, is Titanium Boy, and if it is, and apologies if it isn't, we have played before, and he gave me fits with Griff something, I remember, at one of the London tournaments. So, again, him and his sister Wednesday, I believe, are well-travelled around London, play a ton. It's an Orc roster, right? It's going to cause issue. Tackle Mighty Blow is pretty scary alongside 2 block Mighty Blow Biggins and a Mighty Blow Troll. And
not only is this I got beaten by a child, it's I got absolutely diced by a child.
when you look up as your Lizardman coach to your captain after a couple of turns and go, well, I'm down to 7 at the moment. You know why? Because it's got hit with this. So yeah, makes sense.
Absolutely. And then last but not least of the rosters, Team England Open.
Let's have a look here. So just very quickly, Liam and myself on board as well made a decision to take an all uncapped Open this year. Says nothing for the lack of quality for these guys. Just thought it was a really good idea for us to move forward here with giving at least 4 new caps. I'm in 5 with Bashto in the bowl as well. But these guys really, really, really are some of the best players of the last 12 to 18 months. And Hex Baron is on my doorstep down here in Southampton on the south coast. Tournament organizer, league organizer, ridiculous win rate across many, many NAF fields. He's decided to pick up our Lizards, decided very early to stake his claim for that. I think he's already played in excess of 50 NAF games with them in 2026 alone. He's gone for the Frenzy and 11 in comparison to Bren, who's gone for the 12. As a result, obviously, he gets the Apo and the reroll, and I believe a mascot as well, if we can scroll down there. Yeah, so that's the 2 ways that we see here in England building them. Hex, until I think last weekend at Pitch Invaders, was completely unbeaten with this team across multiple formats. So feeling very confident.
Very solid.
Definitely. Yep. Can't go wrong with for me, one of the best NAF names, if not best, in Punchy McBreeze, who I know as JJ. JJ's a double Tillion back-to-back major winner with TNT. He's the natural choice, obviously, to captain this for. He's experimenting here, though, right? So JJ played humans out at Tillion. He's known very much for necro play. He's played a lot of rats as well. Decided on Knobs. They get a ton. This is the first Knobs roster we've looked at. Has just come off one of our pathway tournaments as a 4-0-0 with these as well. But look, I mean, you get the 4 guard, you get the dodge tackle on the blitzers. The ogre's got guard, 5 guard. Ouch, unless you've got defensive. We've got block on the new improved pro thrower and leader on another one as well. Knobs look pretty good. JJ will say I've raised an eyebrow in comparison to a necro pick for him, but I can't argue with the results. And obviously, look, if he's got the quality and the pedigree to make this work, definitely.
Absolutely. And and the blitzers with pro now as well means they have a bit more, bit more about them.
Steve's been playing Dark Elves actually until very, very recently in most of our bits. Switched to the High Elf version when Nick, who we'll look at in a second, reverted to Union the other week. Everybody must know El Spoonio of Hackflame Globetrotters fame. Had an absolute stormer, I believe, the last 2 Europens, as well as come very close at NAFC. Before, obviously done really well with the Hackflame guys. It's the same roster as Bashto's. in that we're going the sidestep dodge. Steve has played around with, I think, either another skilled lino or I believe a stack on the lion. Might have been the strip stack, I think, on the lion as well. So, again, has resorted, because it was kind of a last-minute switch just before the deadline, off Dark Elves to what Bashto's been trying. But yeah, played a ton of elves. Expect Steve to do well, definitely.
And on the best race.
On the best race, this is it. So Juju had an absolute crazy year with Elven Union. I think at one point was in the mid-30s, unbeaten. Oh, it might have even been a 20-plus game win streak or something like that. So this is our Elven Union coach. We were playing around with the aforementioned high elves for a bit, but Nick's decided to revert to these because obviously he knows what he's doing with them. This is the first triple stack that we've seen. So we've got the ball sack threat and wrestle dodge. We've got the same tackle for dealing with the elves that Goo's gone for. And we've got Senor Big Hat as well. What it means is we've lost one skill on a lino. But ultimately, 3 stacks on a pro elf roster with 3 rerolls with the leader and an Apo. This is powerful as what's it. So yeah, look, Nick played, I think, 65 pro elf games or more last year alone in 2025. That's approaching me or Carl on Frog and Vampire numbers, right? It's a lot of games. Yeah, man knows his roster. They came 3rd, I think, at Europen, behind might have even been second or 3rd. It definitely top 3 at Europen last year in Budapest. He was on Pro Elves there. He was Imperious on them. That's why he's playing for Team England. So we feel really good about this not just personality wise, but the way that they're likely to be able to come together to really pull for their boards. So look, they understand first time probably that they've all had to put themselves up there to be shot at this weekend. They're ready for it and they welcome it. Hopefully everybody gives them fits, because the more learning they make in Loughborough this weekend stands the better chance for us repeating when we get to Warsaw out in October. But yeah, it's fairly strong offering.
It's fair to say these guys going into the Open this weekend, strong favourites. I mean, obviously it's a big field, but if you were making a bet, one more roster, if you will, Keith. I realise we're in the home nations and we have the Nibblers, so let's have some representation from Northern Ireland, and you could probably talk us through that, because you know the lads well.
Just to catch you on the hop. Sorry, I'd already transferred things over. Let me untransfer the splash screens. So the Nibblers, of course, captained by Padster, of course, this time around, will be making their Euro Bowl debut, right?
That's right, yeah. He's
actually bringing like
hard,
8 coaches.
Great news. I love Padster. That's great news.
Yeah, and there's some couple of familiar names. I don't know all of them, obviously, but Gogorot has played on Team Ireland at a World Cup and 2 or 3 Euro Bowls. He was one of the ones I was mentioning earlier, as in he was great to represent Ireland when Raging was still captain and everything, but as we're looking to switch to a more domestic-based team, he was going to be one of those who was going to be left out. And he's answered Ronnie's call to represent Northern Ireland. As Ronnie also represent Ireland at Euro Bowl and World Cups previously as well. So the two know each other quite well. Hillsby, quite a new Blood Bowl coach, but he's come on leaps and bounds from what I've seen. I think NAFC or UKTC last year might have been one of his first tournaments, and he's now gone on to host a bunch of tournaments in Northern Ireland, and I'm actually going to his latest one next in a couple of weeks' time, so that'll be really, really cool. Gary Dakrisis, great friend of myself and Kaelon and Ronnie and all that. He's some man for travelling, and he's always a good laugh. He made it over to STC as well. Who else do I know? Seducer of Trolls, based, I think, down north west of England somewhere. Seems to think he's somewhere like Carlisle.
Yeah,
But
he's Carlisle from and family in Annan and way. Obviously with Northern Irish heritage.
yeah, he's
Yeah,
played
lovely
a
fella.
bunch with
I've
the
had a
Nibblers
beer with
now.
him. Nice guy. Yeah.
And Padster, of course, leading the line. There's a couple of people I don't know there, both Fox, Mark and Sismond. I see BB not calling him out. So these lads, they're getting around the place, and it's really, really cool to see a team that traditionally had one open team always, right? You always had your Padsters and your Gary and a couple of other people. Swapping in around the place, but it's fantastic to see them going up to 8 people heading over now, and flying the flag for Northern Ireland in Warsaw as well.
And you
Should be really cool.
indeed, and you definitely think that they're going to do a double performance in the sense of they'll be at Warsaw and then Glasgow's just across the water. So you would hope to see Northern Ireland at back-to-back Eurobowls, which that really starts to cement the idea of going to Eurobowl for the Northern Irish community, which helps bring it on from a Blood Bowl point of view. So I like to see Ronnie's
absolutely.
and then Gary have worked their socks off together to kind of put this together. So it's awesome to see.
Yeah, and the Northern Irish contingent are traveling quite a lot now. There's a good few of them in Water Bowl and NAFC this year, and of course Titanic up in Belfast is now a national as well, which is very, very exciting. And you have to applaud all the work Tom and Andy and the rest of them have done up there. So fair play, lads.
That's definitely. I'm on this silly side quest of 27 different nations by the end of 27, and Titanic, obviously Northern Ireland, was one of those countries. It's definitely a tournament I'd recommend people go and visit. And there's a good Scottish contingent that goes across every year as well because the hospitality is great, the venue's lovely at the rugby club, and it's just fab all round. So if you're looking for a Northern Ireland badge on your NAF page, Titanic's definitely the one, and I'm sure there's still tickets available for that. In September, isn't it? Something like that.
It is. It's the 12th and 13th of September because I'm also running a tournament.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Well, have you got one on the same weekend, have you?
Yeah. They dibbies on at me to go to it. So.
It's almost as if you guys don't chat back and forth there, but never mind. Shall we? Oh, carry on. Go ahead,
all I'm going to say is I had my tournament in and NAF approved first.
Fair enough. Well, you have the moral high ground then at that point.
I do. I may not end up having the attendees, but I'll have the high ground.
I was going to say, shall we stick on this page because the open.
I'll just switch us over to this splash screen while we're doing draws or whatever.
Sure. While we're doing draws and stuff, because I think it's only fair that we do the Swiss round draw for the open first. Most of the guys in chat will be eager to see who they've got in round one, and at the end of the day, there'll be no surprises in the bowl because it's a round robin. So it'll just be a question of which order Scotland gets to pump you.
Well, hopefully they don't give the ball away in turn one, right?
Indeed. Oh God. That's too soon. That's too soon.
Punt it in your own backfield to the high elf blitzer.
Oh man, Jesus. But yeah, so a bit of a drum roll. I shall hit the button. Best of luck for those that get Team England, because obviously that's the tough one in the draw. But let's
absolutely. And while you're doing that, just a big shout out to everyone who has tuned in. And sorry that we couldn't get to everyone's roster this time around, but we have spent nearly 2.5 hours looking at about 56 rosters. So, is it up? Oh,
there we go.
Up.
So the draw is up.
Oh, that's what she said.
Oh wow.
In we go. And I think everyone can see it. So have we any picks of the rounds, guys?
I'm just
as we
there's a tasty one. Table 17 Trailblazers. Oh, that's the drunkard team. It's not so good. That's Ansfeld going for the. Sorry, I was getting hopes up. I was like, oh, they've got Hackflame. No,
I'm
it's
pretty
Team.
sure table 12 is an interleague between Noble Jesters and Artful Dodgers, I believe. Or at
10's
least some
actually good.
interleague play there.
10's a good one.
I know because my brother's on that team.
Top 10 Blood and Tears versus Cornwall is a top seed
That's
clash.
pretty good. Yeah.
That's a pick.
I'm assuming the Team England Open team is playing BBVL. Is generally Paul, who's the dad of Mini Morg.
Yeah,
so we're going to get to play one of the fathers, if not two of the fathers of the ones playing in our junior team. So
there's a cracker! I think I found the tie of the draw.
Hit me.
Table 24, Team Scotland versus Geordie Old Boys. Now, Geordie Old Boys, whilst it's got a different name, they were runners-up last year, or certainly some of the coaches in there, Don Vito and co. And then obviously you've got a very strong Scotland squad, so that looks like that's playing for marbles from the get-go there, really.
Yeah,
good. Knock each other out. Nice draw. Thank you very much. Beautiful.
Checks in the post there, I believe.
Team Waterbowl versus Team Cornwall, I believe. That could be interesting. That's Baby Nuts lot against presumably the best that Waterbowl have got.
Yeah, we've got Hungary versus Grack and Crumbleberries.
Nice. I missed Hackflem actually, and if they were
the Grack and Crumbleberries, that's a cool team. That's Diefer Dan and a few of his kids and his nephew. So they'll be entertaining the Hungarians for round one. But yeah, that's a lovely draw for the kids to be able to play against coaches from a different country. That's cool.
Intimidating as well with the 4 stars.
Yeah. I think the Hackflem Nibblers, I believe, is Jose's team. You never know how Hackflem are titling themselves. I would have them up there as certainly someone to be there or thereabouts on day 2.
Yeah, 100%.
But I also had Planaf Ugars, or
this one. Yeah,
I had them on my list, certainly stats wise. So
yeah, this is another big draw, isn't it? Wales versus the Nibblers.
Yeah.
Hackflem, not Irish, but Northern Irish variety.
Yeah, I was going to say there's 3 Nibbler teams now. And so there's two Maltese teams as well, isn't there?
There is, yes. There are a couple of Maltese.
Cool. Awesome.
Yeah, they've become firm fans of the home nation, and then I'm good friends with them. And I mean, whilst we're talking about Malta, obviously GSP is going to be on the comms box out in Malta. But the other thing that's going to be quite nice for next year's home nations is we're actually going to do a World Cup edition, so there'll be no bowl. It will be 6 coach squads. We will be doing or attempting to do as complete a dry run as we possibly can. And I need to have a chat with the venue, but I think we might try and push it to 400 for the World Cup edition next year. So yeah, that's going to be sexy. But yeah, the Maltese are big fans of coming across, and I've enjoyed going across to them as well. They're great hosts. It's going to be a fantastic World Cup.
Yeah, it's going to be great, right?
Really exciting.
Absolutely. Put a lot of thought into it. It's clear already, and yeah, every Maltese player that I've come into contact with is delightful. So, would assume our welcome will be the same.
Like I say, the round for the caterers has to be table 9, where the potato farrells face off against the custard creams. So is it mains or desserts that are going to pick up the round there? And I'm not entirely sure what way to go. I mean, certainly, like if you talk about the debate of bourbons are better and custard creams for the Nuffles Nomad lot, I'm definitely on the bourbons are better crowd for sure, without a shadow of a doubt. So on that basis, I think I'm going to have to back potato farrells on that one.
I mean, you have to. You can't just avoid a good potato farrell, really, at the end of the day, can you? Yeah, there's some really, really cool matchups here. Obviously, round 1 comes with an asterisk. Doesn't it, Jock?
Thank you. Yeah, it does indeed. Just in case anybody gets too drunk and fails to turn up. So yeah, no, that would be fab to not have to do the redraw and certainly not have to find a last-minute replacement because your coach is down North Wales A&E. Ideally,
sleeping under a table, as some Scottish coaches have been known to do.
Yes, we seem to have that. Well, we live up to that moniker of no Scotland, no party, right? So I'm sure the Scots are going to bring a lot of good fun to the home nations, as they always do. I mean, as I said, Friday night in the bar, they will be there from sort of mid-afternoon, and yeah, you'll definitely not miss the party of Blood Bowl coaches for sure on Friday night.
Absolutely.
But yeah, this is looking tasty.
It is. It's looking good. But yeah, most coaches will get their accommodation sorted before heading to the bar. Not necessarily the Scots.
No. We're not known for being tactical about such things in that sense. When we go to the bar, we do it properly, as they say. So
Yeah.
but yeah,
Worry about the getting there afterwards.